Sup, sup. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you got some good clothos trial runs in. I was really busy with family and in-laws, and my dad surprised me and came into town, which is cool. I got some good family time in. Also had to host some stuff here at the house, so just really busy. But I should be back to posting as frequent as I can. I don't have set times for all that kind of stuff yet, but as of right now, it's just I'm trying to hit the mark of frequent, But yeah, I'll show some clips of the runs I got and some tips on, how to really try to maximize Swordmaster as best you can. Now, this is the build that we are going with. Remember, I was using the Tangling Chain build. But this is going to be Storm Rage and Drunk Alchemist. Tried to get the best stats that I could. Obviously, Faith is not the best stat, but I built this after the trial already came out, so prices were just nuts. And I had to, you have to complete Storm Rage, and it's especially strong in this situation, especially on this map. Because a lot of times, the enemy team usually has to stick together, because if one guy flanks on the other side, they have to open. The rotation is too long to be helpful, so they can't really wide flank at all. Because if our team knows that, then we get to punish 3 versus 2, which is nearly unwinnable. Eventually, as new spells and new abilities come out, there'll be more variables to work with to be able to use more skill. But ideally you want your game to feel like you're playing chess and not checkers. If that makes more sense. And the fewer abilities and the more simple the abilities are, the game is kind of like checkers right now. But still new game. They'll be able to add more stuff, more affixes to gear, set bonuses. Set bonuses will make a pretty big difference. Different maps also, where they're not so linear like they are. Anyway, let's get into some of these clips, and I'll talk through them and give some tips on Swordmaster. Alright, so this 5-hour 3v3 session I played is actually the first coordinated thing I've done in this game. I've just been playing in the solos and a little bit of duos with a friend, but these were really fun. I got invited through the dungeonborne Discord. They had an open slot. Cool guys, good players, and we got some really good matches in. Now, we're playing Swordmaster Death Knight Cryo. The Death Knight and the Cryo, very good combo for stalling out fights. Lets me be able to do this stuff a lot. There was quite a few times where I had to chase a rogue around or chase super turbo speed druids around. But with Storm Rage, Swordmaster, very good chaser. And I kind of forgot how crazy this fight actually was. That druid is just, they're not using trees, they're using that new heal ability they got. And they're popping the overtime heal, running around in cat form. Pretty familiar playstyle if you've played any WoW before. Now, this other dude is not a Death Knight actually. He's a fighter. I need to get better at identifying that quickly. I keep getting those. I see the armor and dual wield swords. I'm like, oh geez, it's one of those ridiculous life on hit people again.
This is all you, baby.
Now, this is honestly better for me. I much prefer fighting the fighter. But either way, and I'll try to make a dedicated video to fighting fighters and Death Knights. They're very kiteable with the Swordmaster, especially if you have something like Storm Rage.
Oh! Outplan that boy.
Now, everything just kind of went wrong for this fighter here.
Let's
That's how
go,
it goes.
dude.
Just keep
Completely outplayed. Let's go, dude.
It's always cool seeing having your teammates hype you up. Now I'm gonna show a little bit of different outcomes. We ended up beating that last team. We beat a lot of teams. The major problems we had was just really coordinated teams with very optimized builds. Specifically, it's really just been life on hit people like that. One of the teams I'll show, they were healing. They were doing less damage than us, but their healing was so crazy that it was hard to play with them. Now these guys, I probably could have gone in on one of them, but you know, I want to find a way to guarantee, and I know how long I can last in the storm.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand that.
But and now I kept on forgetting this. I need to go into the settings when I'm playing deathmatch or the trial to use purple swords in my inventory. There's a setting that you can push so that you do that. Now, I want to show here, this is why playing defensive is so strong. When you're playing defensive, you're nearly invincible. Your shield blocks 100% of damage. And they're playing slow. It's either two Death Knights or a fighter and Death Knight, I can't remember. But Storm Rage lets you kite so easily. So easily.
Where's your bodies at?
But
I'm not too sure.
I've won quite a few matches just healing in the storm. Always try to remember where your teammates die so you can pick up anything they drop, any potions they drop. And this isn't the first time I've healed through this. Great opportunity to fill my inventory with swords. That's one of the biggest struggles for Swordmaster in this, is really just swords. Now the storm's either fully closed or it's it's fully closed. Storm Rage procs ends up just one sword does over 200 damage. And I also forgot that they can third peak for me. I needed to use that a little bit more. Now let's look at why you don't really want to play front to back very much with the Swordmaster. Already, I mean, your swords can just sink into anyone that's in front of you. So playing a side angle, playing a gank angle, always the best option. And any time that you can actually get two of them on you, it's very strong for Swordmaster. Playing defensive while also having your deflection up, you're not really killable. It gives your team so much time to just 2v1. And that's another thing you need to be looking at too, is body blocking. Body blocking in this game is super strong.
Nice one.
Now let's take a look at our new strat we started going with for a while. And this is what it is. We've gotten so many wins by doing this. We are just fishing and throwing the
we got one.
stone wall out.
Winner,
Really good combo, especially with the cryo on your team. Our crowd got quite a few kills just smashing someone with that staff.
Oh yeah.
We ended up losing the crowd. He had to go, but we picked up another Death Knight, and we were able to start getting some kind of crazy chain hooks in, doing the same exact thing.
Using the shrine.
Which we learned pretty quick. He can just proc life on hit right on these trees.
Shrine buff off.
Pretty wild. And here's a time where it actually went wrong.
Oh my.
We were trying to fish for a kill there. Let's look at what happened to me. Yep, 3 trees. 3 trees smacked me. Those trees hit hard too. This was our best run that we ended up getting. 2 losses. Now, this was the main issue. Was really just this team specifically. They were just really coordinated, really optimized the gear. That dude would just go in like a cheese grater and just start Beyblading us.
Yeah, I die.
We this was the second time we fought him, I think, and we did a lot better. They 4-0'd us the last time we fought him.
Oh man, I trolled. I guess.
Yeah, running Drunk Alchemist. Drunk Alchemist 2 strong.
Fuck, they're chasing the shit out of you.
Yeah, I just die here.
Yep. my death knight's like, if I'm going down, your face is gonna hurt really bad at least.
Wow.
Smashing that priest in the head. Oh man. But yeah, that's all for this one. Here's just a side clip of this crazy moment I had.
What
Double
the?
legendary drop. Can you believe it? It is just crowns, but man, that was cool. So yeah, that's about how my matches went. All really good, honestly, pretty smooth matches. I had good teammates. You know, really, my cryo was a really cognitive player, which is always really good to have. Always willing to change and do something different. But good at paying attention and thinking about multiple things while he's fighting. My other teammate did a really good job at playing defensive when he needed to, and then, I mean, he was either blocking or bonking with that mace. And he did a really good job at staying alive while we, did our thing. But yeah, let me know if there's anything regarding Swordmaster and, team play that you guys were curious about. I'll probably get back to doing, I think on the classes versus Swordmaster. They did just come out with some pretty big changes to, Rogue and I can't remember what else, but I'll try to have something out by tomorrow or the next day, but should be getting back to more frequent posts now that everything's a lot calmer out here. But thank you guys. I'll see you soon in the next one.